Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to Apply. All right, so today I have Mick Safran on the line and Olia Chernova, and let me tell you, I've been looking forward to this conversation for a long time now. I keep on hearing, and these people talk about biohackers world, these events that have been taking place all over the country. And finally, I got the introduction. So now I have the co-founders of Biohackers on the World on the podcast, excuse me. Olia, Mick, welcome to the show. Great to finally connect and meet.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good to meet you.
Great.
Good
Good
to
to
be
meet
here.
you.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. So I definitely want to get into the Biohackers World platform overall and really what you attribute maybe some of the success to, because I'm not joking. I keep hearing about this event over and over again. I know you have one coming up in Chicago. I know we have Josephine Musco and multiple other people that have been on the show. Actually, they're telling me about this. Like, you coming to Chicago? You coming to Chicago? And I'm like, well, I got Mick and Olia coming on the show soon. So get into more of this, but to start off here, we like to start each episode with what we call our Mission Matters Minute. So, Olia, Mick, at Mission Matters, our aim and our goal, we aim to amplify stories for entrepreneurs, for experts, for organizations that we feel need to be heard. So, we want to get their message out there. Mick, Olia, with Biohackers World, I mean, what's your mission? What matters to you?
Okay. Ladies first. I would probably go with a little bit beyond biohacking.
Mm,
And probably for everyone, no matter what we do, it's not just about our job, it's not just about our family, it's not just about our friends, it's just something that we do because that's who we are. And for me, that's probably to wake the light within each of us and to um, bring us to the light and
mm,
to help us all find what we are looking for. It can be completely different. It can be something small or something big. It doesn't matter. There is no right and wrong of
mm.
what you like and where you want to be, but it is something that helps people um, to be happy, to be healthy, and to experience love in all the aspects of whenever we
That's
can
awesome.
and however we can.
That's awesome. Mick, yeah, on your end, what's your mission behind this? And just in general, what's your mission?
As you may assume, like we are co-founders, so our missions are aligned here. But yeah, like it's definitely live healthy and happy life. It's just not us, like those people who are around you, they have to be healthy and happy. And that's one of the missions that we have to build strong, healthy and happy community. So all over the United States and all over the world, because we are
Hmm.
biohackers world.
I love when I have both founders on a particular interview because I always want to hear the founder story. How did you two meet? Like where'd that start? Like how'd that start?
Well, I've been living in Silicon Valley and been doing like all kind of entrepreneurship with startups, with health tech, biotech startups, and they've been looking for investments. So we've been helping them there and here. Um, and like just biohacking is booming. It's becoming a mainstream, like I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. So we see
Hmm.
more and more demand on this and wellness in general, health optimization for not just wealthy individuals but everyone.
Yeah.
So that became kind of a mission to liberalize it and give access to everyone. And some point of time Olia joined and we just wanted to build it together. And since that time, we improved a lot. So, Olia, if you want to add how we
What's
build
your
it
side of the
like over
story,
time,
Olia? And the
yeah.
reason I always ask this to founders is because normally
Yeah.
there's two different sides. Like, go ahead,
We
please.
are we're originally from the same city in Ukraine,
Oh,
and
no way. Get out
yes,
of
but
here.
we never met there. We just
Yeah.
like when we eventually met in the US, but then we
Wow.
realized, oh, we are from the same city. We just never been there at the same time because at that time I was a lecturer at the university where Mick went to middle school, which is like next to the same university. So we kind of been at the same place, but never at the same time. So it's
Hmm.
it's
We met thousands miles away.
Exactly. And then it's just about the passion and even different perspectives on the same topic, and the desire and the wish to build something that helps people, to build a nice platform, to create beautiful events with amazing
Mhm.
speakers, with new companies, with the great solutions when, everyone heard of or never heard of. And
Yeah.
the desire to create a community where everyone feels safe. So that's just
Mm.
about different perspectives on the same topic, and just a wish to make this world a little bit better every single day.
How did you know? And the reason I'll ask this, I guess I'll start with you on this one, Mick. Mick, how did you know that this was going to be like the next thing for you, especially going with the in-person event side? Because you come from Silicon Valley, so a lot of different ways you could have taken this concept, but the in-person side, how did you know?
And I'm still in the Silicon Valley, but
Of course.
before things happened in a global scene, like in
Of course.
2021, not mentioning the events happening there, in 2019, actually 2020. So we seen like more and more companies in Silicon Valley. They come into Silicon Valley to fundraise for their startup.
Mhm.
And there are more and more biotech and digital health, so more data analysis happens, and more AI kind of, not AI at times, but it's still like machine learning coming up. So that comes up with their hardware devices. So more and more people start to think about, oh, like who's the best people to get like first innovations at Silicon Valley. So we've seen like how the biohacking, but also the wealthiest people in the United States, primarily in Silicon Valley, Los Angeles, New York. So they can afford it as a first stage, but also um, they actually motivated enough to spend money on their health and aging and healthy aging. So longevity trends start to pop up before 2019, 2020. But then with events happen in 2020, it became even more powerful and more into people's life, and they want to track their vitals, they want to track their uh, genes, and how does certain things influence certain shots influence their health.
Mm.
So that was very major things happening during that time. And we've been trying to find our way to go out to on-site events because it was quite challenging. As a
Yeah.
result, in 2021, so more and more people started to join us on site in Miami, in Los Angeles, in Austin, Texas, in
Mm.
New York, Chicago. So nowadays we are all over in
Yeah.
Miami, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and coming to San Francisco, Silicon Valley as well.
Awesome. Olia, I'm curious from your perspective, what do you attribute, like this big footprint already, all these different cities, these different events, what do you attribute some of that success to? And for the event itself, like there's a lot of different things people could spend their time on to get the type of crowd that you have that shows up. And even the influencers, the level of speakers and the level of content, it's not easy. I mean, I know you're both nice people, but I mean, like, let me say that differently, right? What do you attribute some of that success to?
People. I think that's all about the people, because
Mm.
we would not be able to create amazing events if there would not be a demand for it. Because health and you know all the biohacking trends, why they even appear in the field, just because that's not a trend anymore. How
Mm.
can you say that health is a trend while health it's who you are? If you don't have health, doesn't matter. You cannot be happy. You cannot do what you want to do. You cannot have a career. You cannot build relationships, because if
Mm.
you do not feel well, if your body is not healthy, it's
Mm.
it's hard to do. From there, it is. very complicated to build happiness and to be happy if you are not feeling well. So
Mm,
people started to look for the solutions and for the ideas and for the community to find the ways to be healthy. And amazing events, not only ours, but all the other, that right now we can see the popularity of all the wellness events and all the wellness gatherings are the popularity is raising because people are interested in the topic, because people want to be involved, people want to hear all the news, they want to know the trends, they want to know, oh, apparently even the food that I eat, I need to check the labels. I need to take a look at that. And maybe water that I drink, I should not order tap water. Why? Oh, because I heard the speaker or I've been there and I heard something different. So it's all about people wanting something more or less, because we also have a tendency of overdoing things or thinking that, oh, I do all the healthy things, 157 in 2 hours. And sometimes that is also not healthy. For us, it's just listening to people and listening to people on what's needed, and
mm,
we are in service to people, creating something that they crave for and need and have a demand for.
mm. That's interesting to me. And when we think about the number of like technologies and all the things that are coming out, there's a lot of noise. Just as a person that's curating content, and whoever wants to taste this, either of you, Mick, Olia, how do you go about curating the content and just the people that you're willing to put on your stages? Because there's a lot to cut through. I don't know how you do it.
It is a process.
Mhm.
And first thing to say, it's all about the diversity of the topics, because what is biohacking? It's experimentation. In the essence of it, of course, make us all healthy, and we should go through this noise and bring clarity. That's what our speakers do. But it's also about, you cannot just pick one line of health or biohacking or wellness or whatever term we use. You cannot just pick, oh, this is the right way, because we are so different. And medicine right now and all the healthcare is going to be more personalized, because there are no more oleas, there are no more mix, there are no more atoms. They're like, you will not be able to find another person who is exactly like you. So it is also about bringing the different experts on different topics, and maybe sometimes a little bit controversial, maybe sometimes something that is like, oh, we all know, but then there is different perspective on something that we all knew for a long time. So, of course, curating the program is like an art, that's like asking someone, how did you create this painting or wrote this song? There are some processes and ways you do it, but it is also what people want to hear in this specific city. All the cities are different, and we have the audience that people in Miami, they are a bit different from people in Chicago, and they're both amazing. They just crave maybe different things. So the speakers are also have their preferences on what audience they want to tap into. And we even if we have same speaker going to the same conference but different, like our conference but in the different cities, they tailor the topic to the audience, because they feel like, oh, this topic will
Mm.
be very interesting for this specific audience. So it's like, I would say it's a little bit of biohacking art to create the diversity of topics, but also to
Yeah.
tap into so different perspectives where, oh, I'm experimenting on myself for 45 years and I've been doing this and this, and then you have another speaker who will be, oh, I have this protocol and this works, and you have this
Yeah.
basics, and do the basics. You do not need to do extra, you do not need to track. Oh no, you need to track.
It
So
can be confusing. Only like,
exactly.
are you right?
Exactly, exactly. But that's why we also have community, we have
Yeah.
experts. And when you feel then there is a match, because like to your earlier question, how do you know? This like, how do you know that
Mm,
why do we fall for one people, like one person, and we will never fall in love with another one? It's just
mm,
something that you feel, right? And it is also with the speakers, our guests go to speakers and they match with this speaker, and they will look for the speaker, they will talk, they will get the insights, and they will follow the protocols that this speaker recommend, and then they will try something else. So there are a lot of information, and we help to navigate through this information with our speakers and with the academy that we are launching,
mm,
educational courses that is both its basic knowledge and protocols and processes of knowing how to navigate through all the noise, but also it's a much deeper perspective to the health, where it's not just your body, it's also your mindset, and it's also you as an expert and as a guide. You will be able to guide people through their health journey as well.
Like biohackers world, that we bring biohacking to the local communities, and mostly like our audiences are locals who come
mm,
to our events, so it allows us to make continuous marketing research. What is trending in certain city, in certain population, with large enough amount of people, 1,500 to 2,000 people per event, and annually like 8 to 10,000 people, right? So
mm,
it allows us to understand what is trending in each location, but also nationally. And we are following those trends, and we see like some, what does wellness centers picking up, what does other national companies bring, what is international company bringing. We also
mm.
have communities internationally, so we following those trends and see like how aligned they are with US market. So that allows us to make really good research and understanding of how we can tune older US market and local markets to the national scale, and give it to our partners, to our exhibitors, to our practitioners and speakers.
Mick, Olia, this has been great having you on today and learning more about Biohackers World and the plan, well, where you've been, where you're at, and then and also the future, like where you're going next. Speaking of where you're going next, I understand you have an event coming up in Chicago. Give us some dates. How can people grab tickets? How can they get involved?
Yeah, so that will be Chicago upcoming month, which will be September 4th and 5th, Friday and
That's
Saturday,
coming up
right?
fast. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
right on Labor Day weekend. So you
Mhm.
have time to come, long day, long weekend there. And 2 days from 9 till 6, 7 p.m. And we will have a bunch of local biohackers, but also like regional and even international people coming. That
Mm,
all will happen in Ritz-Carlton, Chicago. That's always great locations to stay with us in this fabulous venues.
mm,
And yeah, just enjoy biohacking, because after that Miami is coming, and that will be huge as well. So
mm,
those who are on the East Coast, January in Miami, the best place to be. The same as September in Chicago, the place to
mm.
be. Like we're always trying to make it like when the weather is good for the
Yeah,
event, so people can come and
A
enjoy the
destination place.
weather. Yeah.
that's smart.
And
That's
for
smart.
Chicago, we will have amazing brands. We will have 65, over 65 different wellness brands, from a big one with the big names to the new one that just, just started their journey, but they have amazing product and technology that everyone can benefit from. And we
Mm,
will have about 40 speakers and experience guides. We have keynotes, educational panel discussion, fireside chats, as well as breath work, yoga, Kundalini yoga, some energy healing sessions at the experience hall. So the idea of Biohackers World is a holistic approach to health. It's never just your body, it's never just your mind, it's never just, working energetically with a lot of different techniques. It's always about this coherence and holistic view on who you are. And from that
mm.
perspective, you go to be healthy and happy because you work with all the layers of who you are.
And for
Fantastic.
2026 series of the events, we have our title sponsors, Lila Quantum Tech and nitric oxide, which we are very grateful to have.
Wonderful. Well, Mick, Olia, it's been great having you on today. For everybody listening, just so you know, we're definitely going to put some links in the show notes so that you can click and connect with Biohackers World as a brand and definitely go to Chicago, check that out. And they got many, many more events coming up. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. You heard me correct. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So hit that subscribe or follow button. And Milk, Olia, thanks again for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. And biohack your world.